Hey yo, what's good? What's poppin'? It's your boy, you already fucking know. I wanted to do a full video on this. This is why I haven't touched majority of the things I want to say in the other couple videos that I made. Because I felt like there was enough content out of what I have to say that would have made my other videos a lot longer. So, first we're going to touch off on this new, basically Fortress and Moaning Winds topic, right? So, we've all heard what they're doing with Fortress. Okay. Can it be considered a nerf? Logically, yes. Yes, it can, because they are nerfing the damage down. Is it a nerf? I mean, some can look at it that way. It's all a matter of perspective. Some people are going to look at it as, yes, it is a nerf, because a lot of people have built around it. So therefore, they're going to look at it as a nerf because their damage output is not going to be the same. And they're going to have to do certain things in order to proc it now. And in some of the videos that I've seen of people talking about this supposed quote-unquote nerf, a lot of them are talking about how you're going to now have to actually shoot things to proc it. The only thing that tells me is you're fucking lazy. Now you're going to complain because you have to fire shots in order to proc something. You're mad because this skill no longer is just a proc mod. It no longer just procs when you throw it on. It's not some simple, here we go, let me go ahead and ramp my damage for no cost. You know what, that's your playstyle. Not going to criticize you. If you're that lazy and you depend on it that heavily, then I feel bad for you. Good? Cry nerf. Cry nerf all day long. But that's exactly what it is. You're just fucking lazy. You can't shoot an enemy 5 times. And then I see a lot of people saying, oh, this is going to really hurt anomaly builds. Yeah, I know. I know it is. Because when the game first came out, comparative to the beta, anomaly builds were actually really good in the beta. And they didn't like it. So they nerfed it. They nerfed it down. And made gun builds a lot more viable. But anytime you have a game that runs off of a timed experience of an end game that has time limits and time restraints, gun builds are always going to be more superior unless you have an anomaly type power build that can nuke enemies in a room fast enough, kind of like a Diablo-esque type game where you can use your skills to burn down full rooms worth of enemies in very short amounts of time, right? And this is understandable. Like, it's gonna happen. And a lot of people can't build their stuff around it because anomaly builds are not that viable. Gun mods and certain mods in this game are not that viable. So I understand where people are coming from, right? But the more I notice about this community, the more that I keep seeing these videos release, is the content creators and the player base that are still there are the biggest pussies I've ever fucking seen in my life. And I don't care what kind of backlash I get from this. Y'all are some pussies. All I have seen is fucking complaint after complaint after complaint. They released the Reddit thing telling us exactly what's gonna happen and what happens. Everybody goes instantly off to YouTube, instantly off to Reddit, and starts bitching. It's funny. It really is. Like, everybody just instantly goes bitching. But then you have, like, me and people in my community, the community that I have of Outriders players, right? we see the update pop, and you should see the comments in there every time a new thing posts up in there. We're laughing at it because like we already know it's not going to do anything. And the definition of psychotic is doing the same thing over and over and over again and expecting different results. This game has been out since April Fool's. We have, as a community, been expecting things to be different every single time. There comes a point where if you don't like it, move on. Simple. It's fucking simple as that. And then there's some of you who are very adamant in saying, well, I like this game. If you like the game and you feel that strongly for it, do your research. Stop bitching about it. Play the fucking game. And some of these content creators aren't going to fucking tell you this. Most of them are just going to sit here, they're going to keep feeding into what they know is going to bring them clicks. And they're going to keep feeding into the certain aspects of hate. They're going to keep feeding into what their community they have established has officially pushed them to do as a standpoint. So you're going to have these certain people that are going to be very, very positive. And they're going to be like, oh, well, you know, they're trying their hardest. And it's because they're trying to push towards the positive side of the community. Because the Reddit positivity side of the community, the white knights, they're tired of hearing and seeing all the threads of negativity. And then you're going to have some who are going to push towards the negative crowd because they know that the negative crowd are the people who left. They're the ones who left the game. So they know that that's a large majority of people who are very pissed off at the game. So they're going to start trying to push to appeal to them. And that's all it is. There is no fucking... Whenever I make a video and I say that there's no content creators that don't post in a lack of bias, that's why. That's why I say that they don't post in a lack of bias. Because most of them are 100% fucking biased. They refuse to look at things from the perspective of an open mind. They refer to themselves as, you know, being opinionated, right? And it's true, they are opinionated. But their opinions wrap around one thing and one thing only, right? Right? And what's that thing that they wrap around? I mean, let's be real. What's that thing that they wrap around? Whatever their community wants. Whatever the fucking popular aspect of today's crowd wants to hear. That's all it is. That's all it is. And some of them don't want to say anything because they don't want to upset the developers. No, the developers are trying so hard. Some of them have no idea what it's like to program a single fucking video game, nor do they know what it's like to program in general. Some of them don't know any kind of aspect of what it's like to actually sit back and program a server, but yet, or even fucking fix a bug, but yet they'll sit there and tell you that bugs need to be fixed and servers need to be fixed, right? Some of them have this is why they're content creators. They don't have real jobs, right? They don't have no fucking real jobs. They're not out there with actual degrees doing fucking work in the community, using certain things as, like, you know, IT, for instance. They don't have IT backgrounds. These influencers are just sitting there playing video games and bitching off of what they fucking see when they play a video game. And then what they see the community wants them to fucking bitch about on fucking social media platforms. That's it. That's all it is. Right? And right now, given the whole outcry over the fucking Fortress thing and the whole Moaning Winds thing, a lot of it's based very simply off the fact that some of these content creators literally built most of their fucking build videos on these mods, right? Some of them literally built some of their build videos wrapped around these mods. And what's that mean? If they get nerfed, if they get tossed around, that means they have to go do actual work again. They gotta go and actually fucking try to figure something else out that they could put out for the community to make themselves seem fucking viable and like there's some kind of something to the community. That's what it is. They're too afraid to go out there and start building shit again to help reform the meta, right? Let's use this for example. When you go in and you play games like Diablo, right? And Diablo throws seasons in. I don't see nobody bitch that, you know, the meta shift per season. Don't see any of it. I don't see anybody bitch about it, right? Nobody bitches that fucking meta shift. Most games, Destiny, for instance, one of the most played games, Destiny 2, one of the most played games, and probably one of the most controversial, because it always has people fucking backlash, right? The meta shifts on Destiny 2 so fucking often, and on the Division 2, and all these other fucking games that are literally within the same genre, right? The meta shifts so much, nobody really complains. They complain for like 5-10 minutes, and then they just move about their business, they make their fucking stuff and go. They keep making their builds and they go, right? But what's so different? What's so different about Outriders? See, this is a topic that none of the fucking content creators want to go into. What's so fucking different? I keep seeing people these content creators want to keep on pushing out this narrative of the game was sitting there and it was nerfed back on like the first like week of the game. But yet look at the game now. What was this nerf? When everybody's clearing shit way faster than the times. You have people who are literally sitting on YouTube posting every video they possibly can with the fucking clickbait title of world record. There's no world record. The only thing you have is a video that you could post on YouTube that shows the time that it took you to beat one map. But guess what? That one map that you just beat? How do you know there's no dude who hasn't posted a fucking video up that beat your time? Because they don't want to post their shit up on fucking YouTube. You don't know your fucking world record. You don't know if your world record's viable. I got a clip sitting over there in my fucking Twitch from one of our modded lobbies that we ran, right? Funniest fucking shit we ever did. We ramped up the time limit, or we ramped up the speed of the entire map and completed an Eye of the Storm in 35 seconds. 35 seconds. 35 fucking seconds Eye of the Storm, and it's on my Twitch. Go fucking look at the clip. It's there. 35 seconds. Is that world record? Some of y'all are using fucking exploits in the game. Like Moaning Winds' fucking cyclable fucking exploit. So why does that make anything different? Yeah, we're modding the fucking game. Right? It's not something that was in the game. Oh, that's right. Dedicated servers would have prevented mods from being in the game, but they haven't changed that. They keep leaving peer-to-peer, which allows mods to linger across host. Guess what? That's kind of built into the game. Essentially. Especially when they said they don't care who mods the game. Right? So how do we know some of these people that are doing speedruns aren't fucking modding the game? How do we know? They're all using the same fucking builds. But yet, nobody wants to say nothing about that. All people are going to do is defend. Oh, I know them. I've seen them. They're legit. Okay, I know people that are fucking, that'll tell you they're legit too. They'll show you their skill tree and everything. But at the end of the day, they got a full fucking skill tree maxed out. They got modded shit and you can't even fucking tell the difference. See, the problem with Outriders right now is the content creators. You got one content creator that all they do is fucking rant. Like, this person rants about everything. Like, I'm pretty sure they wake up in the morning, look at their fucking eggs and toast, and bitch about their eggs and toast not being, pancakes. Looking at their plate like, you son of a bitch, how dare you start my day off looking at you. Like, that's how much this person rants. They don't like shit. I've seen other videos that they fucking post up. They don't like a goddamn thing. Nothing. They bitch about every fucking game that comes out. Games that are fucking game of the year. Nah, this game's fucking trash. Games in beta. Oh, this is the worst game in the world already. Like, all they do is bitch. And they grab so many fucking people that'll actually watch that shit, right? So many people will watch that content. And in the beginning, I had a very, very high fucking respect for this person until I noticed that all they do is bitch about everything they fucking play. They are worse than... I can't even say the things that I want to say because I know how controversial it will be. So I'm going to keep certain comments to myself on it. But, like, they bitch so fucking much, it's disgusting. It's almost like there's no fucking balls down there that they have between their fucking legs. They gotta bitch about fucking everything. They can't play these fucking games because they just gotta bitch about fucking everything. And the Italians gonna start coming at me too because it pisses me off. I sit here and I want this community to fucking flourish, but you can't have a community flourish when you have nothing but the people who have so many fucking influence followers pushing out shit that's not even factual. Like, I have respect for all the fucking content creators that put out content. I do. It takes a lot to get into the fucking public eye. It takes a lot to put out your fucking opinions, right? It takes a lot to cover a game, especially when you have people who are not going to agree with you. And you know what? I respect you. Even if I don't agree with you, I still respect you. But there comes a thin line where I'm going to sit here, I'm going to fucking call you out on some of the shit that has to be called out on. Right? And there's one right now. They started up a podcast. I love it. I've been talking about wanting to do a podcast for a while. I just don't have the time. So I haven't been able to start one up. The people that I have on my side, I can't really start it up because personal life type shit's going on and just I don't have the time. So I only have the time right now to put out videos like this. And that's on occasion. This is the most frequent I've put out videos, especially right now, because it's such a hot fucking topic, right? But at the end of the day, Fortress being changed is a plus. Do I think that it should be put somewhere different? Yes. I believe Fortress should go from being a weapon mod to being an armor mod. Just on the simple fact that it's now also going to attract defense. Once you add that defense onto the weapon, onto the mod, it should no longer be placed in the fucking weapon tree at all. Now, another thing people have to take into consideration is this game was said in the beginning. In the very fucking beginning, this game was said to already have partial installments of code in it, right? They already had started basically pre-compiling code into this game for possible DLC in the future. But again, like I said in my last video, they were saying that they're going to do this DLC based on the feedback of the community, right? But here's the fucking thing that people keep fucking running around in their fucking heads and they don't want to address properly, right? You want content. You want in-game content. You want certain things. You see that this game took like fucking damn near 8 years to come out. They pushed it back like 3 fucking times. It still came out in the exact way that it came out. We knew it was going to come out this way. That's why I'm not mad. That's why I'm not mad. I knew it. I've been following this game for so long, even before most content creators even knew this game existed. When they had their own fucking Outriders YouTube page that was every month posting out a new video based off of the character designs and what the characters were going to do. And at one point in time, if I remember the video correctly, the Technomancer's turret, the thing that the mortar that dropped down, if you go date back some of their videos, those mortars at one point were homing. They would go off in the same line that they were going, but they didn't just go off in a fucking line like that. They actually homed in on the enemies that were on the ground. But that was changed, right? Little things got changed because, again, these videos were based in production, right? I've been following since then, since when they were literally showcasing every single one of their fucking characters. And back then, they told us all of this information. We knew what we were getting into. We knew that they were timed expanse. We knew that was our end game. So coming into this and expecting anything different, it's your own fault. It's your own fault for having an expectation above what they actually told us. That's why I'm not mad. I can go play other games. That's perfectly fine. I have a community over on my Discord from my Twitch. If they ask me certain things like about builds and stuff, my community will help anything they can. They'll drop anything they can to fucking answer questions, right? And myself involved. When I do build videos, I have a maxed out skill tree on my character, and I'll put a build video out where you can see the character at 100%. That way you can see what it will look like doing gunplay. You can see what that character will look like doing anomaly play, and you can see how that character will play if it was more defensive. I give you all 3 at once. You literally see it all in one video, right? That's how I do things, right? Saves the time of having to go through fucking doing whatever. It gives you a template so you can see how it handles, right? That's how I do things. So to me, none of this fucking matters. None of this fucking matters. At the end of the fucking day, they're going to keep nerfing out things. People are going to keep bitching. People are going to keep saying, hey, we need this fixed. This needs to be fixed. This needs to be done. This needs this. This needs that. And they're just going to keep focusing on all this bullshit that doesn't need fucking fixed. What needs to be fucking fixed is the connection, which needs a dedicated server. What needs to be fixed is the game needs more end game content that's viable, that's actually going to be something that people can fucking play, and something people will come back to, and make all other builds 100% fucking viable and useful. And the community needs to shut the fuck up and let them fucking do their damn work, and these content creators need to stop being pussies and bitching about every fucking thing and ranting. That's my take. It's your boy Godified. I'm fucking out. I love you guys. Peace.